Hey guys, so in this video, we would be discussing about limit theorem. This video would teach you a basic topic about calculus. We all know that calculus is one of the hardest part of mathematics. Almost all college students says that it is a real pain. But anyways, back on this topic, this also intends to make solving limits from hard stuffs to an easy one. Let's get started. So, what are limits? Limits are used to describe the value of the function at a certain input in terms of its value at nearby input. Limits also replaced infinitesimals in 19th century. The first example is find limit 4 as x approaches 2. Since 4 is a constant, the limit of 4 as x approaches 2 is 4. Next example is find limit x as x approaches 7. By observing the given and the limit, we could obviously say that the limit of x as x approaches 7 is 7. But the real explanation is that we substitute limit x by the value of a, which is 7. Our next example is find limit 3x squared plus limit 4x as x approaches 2. We use limit number 4 to have a new operation. Now we have two equations or functions which we need to simplify. Based on the functions, we could use limit number 3 on both of them to solve it. After we use limit number 3 on both functions, we get limit x squared and limit x, which we could substitute by the value of a. Then perform the indicated operations. Then the final answer is the limit of 3x squared plus 4x as x approaches 2 is 20. Our next example is find limit 5x as x approaches 6. We use the limit format to convert it. Now that we have limit x, we can substitute it by the value of a, which is 6. Then perform the indicated operations. So the answer is the limit of 5x as x approaches 6 is 30. Okay, our next example is find limit 3x squared times 4x as x approaches 2. We first use limit number 5 and then limit number 3 to the two new functions. We substitute the value of a, which is 2, to limit x squared and limit x. Then perform the indicated operations. So the final answer is the limit of 3x squared times 4x as x approaches 2 is 96. So for our second to the last example is find the square root of limit 2x plus 5 as x approaches 2. We use limit number 3 in the term 2x only and we just copy 5. Then we substitute and add 5. We get its square root. So the final answer would be the limit of square root of 2x plus 5 as x approaches 2 is 3. And for our last example, find limit 2x plus 3 squared as x approaches 3. Again, we use limit number 3 to 2x only, just like on previous example. We substitute and use the indicated operation. Finally, we would get the answer of it. And so for our final answer, the limit of 2x plus 3 squared as x approaches 3 is 81. From the examples given, all the process are just the same. We just need to analyze each given examples for you to answer it correctly. That would be all. Thank you and enjoy learning.